Here we are, Sunday, 1859. 20 seconds, the year 2022, the 9th month, September, and the 11th day. Look at that. And we went to China. We went to China and got the exact same watch. We got a new one. This is the used broke motherfucker. We got a new one. And I'm just going to transfer this wonderful band right here onto this one and put this old fucking band on this one. And that way I don't have to take this fucker off all the time to show the fucking mail. Anyway, look what we got. Horsecock. Ready to go in the hole too. Look at that. That's what you call a fucking fire fucking squirter hooked up to a shallow well. There's 15 foot of rock, full of 15 foot of fucking rock. And we're gonna have it. Shortly here we're gonna know. We're gonna know what kind of squirting powers come out of this hole right here. This is a hole right there. It's all taped up for now, but that's just the way they package it. We got this thing pumped up with fucking pipe with water. We got the marble valve in there. Up and down is open. We got it marked right there. Here's the pump right there. We already tested it out a bunch of times. Held water for at least an hour. And now we got the electrical conduit pipe right here. This is waterproof. This is electrical 2-inch conduit pipe, which is subservient also to, not necessarily subservient, but somewhat more powerful than a fucking non-collapsible hose. When I grabbed a hold of that sucker, and that's all that the local market had. Otherwise, I would have had to spend $75 for the cheapest non-collapsible hose just to test this pump out. You know, I only spent $14 unlawful money at the local market. I'm not celebrating paying for stuff now. It's supposed to be Treasury prepaid. We are creditors to the corporate states united bankruptcy. Nation states, that is, all around the world and the universe. Anyway, so, yeah. I paid $14. That's $7 a foot. I was in the electrical section. You know, I didn't even realize it was in the electrical section that this was electrical hose until sometime after. I was walking around the store for an hour or so, but whatever. This is only $2 for this valve right here. Plastic marble valve. $2 fucking dollars. This little fucking connector was $8. This was fucking only 50 cents at the local recycle place. This fucker right here, this piece right here that goes inside, I had to pound the fucker in there. Pound it in. And then we don't have any fucking cheap ass fucking slot fucking tension fucking clamps. We got fucking torch. We had to go to the torch section to get this fucking rolled metal. Holy roller metal right there. But this piece right here, I think, was like fucking $7. Plastic piece in there. And then here's the one that came with the machine. And they don't have any of this shit at the stores around here. For some reason, we're living in one of the highest fire zones, a very high fire zone area, and there ain't no fucking fire pumps markets around here for some reason. It makes me wonder and scratch the head, like, what the fuck's going on around here? But never know. That's just the way we are. Don't want to get too down on ourselves. So we got that. We got this piece right here. That was probably, yeah, that was $10 right there for that. So the pump was $250 on sale. $250, but you already saw the pump on a previous video. So we're gonna pipe dope this fucker, put that in there, and this just slides in somewhat. I can screw it in, right? So once I dope the pipe up, then I'm gonna put these clamps on here. I already had this one on it, and it gets nice and tight. And then after we clamp, I'll probably put 2 on if I want to. I put oil in the pump. See, there's the oil. That's real oil too. That is not synthetic oil. That's real SAE 10W30 all climate Valvoline oil. Valvoline is all we had. I'm not celebrating Valvoline oil, nor the Valvoline company. That's all that was in the shelf. And that bottle right there is probably 15 years old. So it's vintage and aged. We put oil. We put oil in the oil hole here. Got one over there, and the same one over on this side. Hopefully it's the same one. Let's open it up and see what happens. Shall we open it up and see what happens? Yeah, well, that's the one with the dippy stick side. Whatever the fuck. So, this one doesn't have a dippy stick over here. But for some reason, we got 2 oil inlets on this thing. And so, whatever the fuck that's for, that's just the way it is. Who knows? I have to talk to the fucking technician and the engineer who designed this thing, figure out what's going on. We need 2 oil holes on that thing, but hell, just fill it with oil until it starts fucking pouring out. Or if the engine starts ticking, put more oil in it, whatever the fuck. And then we'll put gasoline, a little bit of gasoline, but we'll pipe dope it up in there and fucking prime it. This is the prime hole right here. Just open this fucker up right there. Like I said, just fucking dump some water in this fucker till it's full. It'll go into the pipe probably and go down there. And then this is full because it's already primed. So that's that right there. And then we'll play with the throttles and notches and shit like that. If we put gas into it, we'll pull the motherfucker. Like I say, it's going to squirt that way. And we'll pull it. We got plenty of clearance to pull this fucker. The motor's starts to move a little bit, but that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. So we'll put that like that. That's going to go in there straight like that. It's going to be straight. That's going to be a straight fit right there once we get that there right there. And we're once we fire it up, get it all primed, fired up, the magical moment's going to be if we get water squirting out of that hole right there. If we get something squirting out of that hole right there, then it's just going to be a matter of how much celebration we're going to have in the air after we get the squirt magic going. Because remember, this thing's 15-foot full of rock, so there is some blockage in it. We're not getting full power, but I figure we're getting at least half power because I went on YouTube and I saw one of these things, these pumps right there, these pumps, the same exact hand pump. It shot out twice as far as this one does. So we'll probably get at least half power out of this thing, which is still 30-foot worth of fire hose spraying capacities. 30 foot of fire hose power is still probably pretty good. I'm hoping. I'm not counting on it. We shall see what happens. Anyway, so that's it. Here's our little dirty underwear right here to fucking put grease on shit when we need to. We got Valvoline oils and fucking shits, and we even got the old fucking Casio Chinese watch fucking pump thing. You got instructions that tell you better do this and do that, or else if you don't kiss the ring, we're gonna kill you. Read the instructions and all that shit, and play with the wrenches and the pipes. And here's the rolled metal. We even got some fucking Flex Seal that we just got that because we wanted some. Because that on the car on the what the fuck they call that thing? Fucking thing that opens up on the roof. It leaked. So I just fucking sealed the whole fucking the sunroof. I just sealed the whole fucking sunroof until such times I can get a fucking another sunroof, the whole assembly, and put the fucker in, because you got that because that's just the way it is. The tiny little tab that broke on the whole fucking sunroof assembly is connected to the whole fucking frame that goes underneath the roof, underneath the interior. So that's new. That's $1,200. And I said to myself, $1,200 for a whole fucking assembly? Fuck, I'm just going to seal it up for now. For $5, seal it up. Like I really need that sunroof. It's nice to have it though. $1,200 unlawful dollars, that will be coming down the pike. Unless for some reason we have a miracle. We have a miracle and private maritime lien system goes mainstream and people start realizing they're the creditors to the fucking States United Nations bankruptcy. The creditor, that's why I nicknamed this Predator fire pump the Predator. I just call it the Creditor. 158 gallons per minute worth of fucking pumping power. And so, you know, it'll pump water up from 25 foot deep. And that's it. So I figure if I put two of them together, like an old 1960s fucking 4-engine fucking hot rod, they put two motors in a row together, I figure we can go 50 foot if we want to. But you never know, I could be wrong. Test of time, but anyway, so there we are. Get your last look at it before we hook it up. And we'll have a grand opening celebration. We'll set the fucking phone up right here, and we'll videotape it as we pull the ripcord and see what happens. Anyway, later. Guess we hit the stop button.